Lopez moments away from having it happen. And there it is. He has done it. Just to enjoy and reflect on what a week it's been. Here comes Shakur Stevenson.
Two elite fighters, both competing at the peak of their powers, collide in an electrifying crossover that delivers non-stop, high-stakes action. This rare matchup captures everything that makes boxing thrilling: elite skill, intensity, pride, and the relentless pursuit of greatness.
They knew it amidst reported chaos. Look at this finish from Teofimo.
Teofimo Lopez earned a statement victory over Josh Taylor, capturing the WBO Super Lightweight World title and adding yet another prestigious championship to his growing legacy. The win further cemented his place among boxing's elite champions.
WBO Lineal Junior Welterweight Champion of the world, the tape!
We just beat the #1 ranked guy, #1 champion, lineal world champion, Josh Taylor, former undisputed world champion.
Shakur Stevenson emerged victorious against William Zepeda, capturing the world title and reinforcing his reputation as one of the most dominant and technically gifted fighters in the sport today.
Big options. With this type of performance, all those guys wouldn't mind stepping in the ring with Stevenson.
Teofimo Lopez defeated Arnold Barboza Jr. in a hard-fought battle, successfully defending his WBO Super Lightweight Junior Welterweight Championship and proving once again that he belongs at the very top of the division.
Confidence as he goes through the round. He knows that he's probably well ahead in the fight.
At the same time, Shakur Stevenson continued operating on an elite level of his own, delivering a commanding victory over William Zepeda and further strengthening his status as a reigning world champion with complete control and precision.
Precision, the fighting pride of Newark, New Jersey, and still the undefeated WBC lightweight champion of the world.
In preparation for Teofimo's fight, Shakur Stevenson underwent intense training, with Terence Crawford overseeing his camp. Every detail was carefully monitored, skills were sharpened, strategies refined, and conditioning pushed to the highest level, demonstrating championship-level dedication and focus.
Start the year off right. What the fuck going on? We about to take this shit over. The whole family. You know that.
Shakur Stevenson continues to train under the guidance of his head coach Ronald Sims, whose expertise plays a crucial role in refining Shakur's technique, strategy, and conditioning, ensuring he remains at peak performance for every challenge.
So you can point your fingers. I say that's the bad guy. So, will I make you look? Yeah, get ready. We need to be pushed today. Bring the smoke, buddy. Yep, that's body. Yep, that's that body. July 12th, demolishment. We're gonna demolish it. Guys way too slow, sports too sharp, too fast, too strong.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez remains locked in during his training camp, working tirelessly on strength, technique, and tactical execution. Day after day, he pushes his limits, preparing meticulously for his next fight with championship intensity.
Way more motivated this time, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot to prove. You know, he's got to defend his Ring Magazine title. You know, he's the best in the division right now, holding the Ring Magazine by beating Josh Taylor. So, you know, we got to go in there and, you know, keep that belt, keep that Ring Magazine. Every time you throw a right hand, you got to pull back, go under. It's about motion.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez represent the matchup the boxing world has been eagerly waiting for. Shakur fully understands the skill, power, and danger Lopez brings into the ring. Aware of the elite challenge ahead, he embraces the moment and the high stakes this clash demands. Shakur Stevenson continues to grind relentlessly in camp, sharpening every aspect of his game: speed, defense, footwork, timing, and power, ensuring he is fully prepared to face one of boxing's most formidable opponents. Bozy Ennis has issued a strong and unmistakable warning to Teofimo Lopez, emphasizing just how dangerous and complete Shakur Stevenson truly is.
I think Teo the truth, bro. I think that me and him came up together. He been the truth. He been winning tournaments after tournaments with me, alongside of me. So I know what I'm dealing with, bro. I know what type of fighter this is. I know I gotta up my level that night because of who I'm in front of.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, how do you see it, right? Because I hear people saying different things, right? Like media pundits and fans. I brought this up to your grandfather on live the other day. Some people say Teo's more athletic than you. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. It's hard to say who's more athletic. How you gonna say, okay, let's say they say he more athletic than me. If he more athletic than me, if we go outside and do any sport, any other sport besides boxing, and he beat me in it?
What you mean, like basketball or race, or running a race?
Any sport, bro. Is he more athletic than me? Because, like, how you gonna be more athletic than me? You can't do nothing better than me at any sport.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, he's an athletic guy. I don't know.
I'm from the trenches, bro. I come from the hood, bro. He comes from where, bro?
He say Brooklyn, but I don't. He be saying he's from Brooklyn, though. I don't know where he's from.
From Florida.
Florida?
He's probably born in Brooklyn. He's from Florida. But I'm just saying, like, where I come from is like the hood. I go outside and play basketball every day. I go outside and play football every day.
Yeah.
Of my life.
Yeah.
So for him to be like more athletic, okay, cool. That's what y'all call it, bro.
Man.
I don't know. We'll see you on fight night.
How do you envision it? I mean, I'm sure you played it out in your mind a bunch of times already.
Me just making a great fighter look average. That's how I see it.
Are you gonna fight like the Zepeda way? Because that was the first time we see you fight like that.
I can't tell you how I'm gonna fight. I fight different styles for different people. Yeah. So I may fight this way for this guy. I may fight the other way for another guy. But my main objective is to get the job done.
Yeah.
According to Ennis, Stevenson's speed is far more than ordinary quickness. It is a refined and highly effective weapon. His speed allows him to dictate the tempo of a fight, slip punches with precision, and deliver perfectly timed counterattacks. Ennis strongly emphasizes that Lopez must never underestimate Stevenson's intelligence, ring IQ, and strategic awareness, all of which combine to make him a complete and highly dangerous fighter. Every movement, punch, and combination Stevenson throws is deliberate and calculated, reflecting elite-level ability and meticulous preparation. Facing an opponent like Stevenson demands respect, detailed planning, and the ability to adjust instantly, because even the smallest mistake can result in serious consequences. This message highlights the immense challenge Lopez will face, pointing to Stevenson's ability to control, neutralize, and exploit even the slightest weaknesses in his opponents. The warning serves as a reminder that at the elite level of boxing, raw talent alone is not enough. Discipline, strategy, and precise execution are essential, and Stevenson possesses all of these qualities in abundance.
We're gonna pick them apart. And I gotta tell everybody this, that Whichcomb is real athletic too. Teofimo. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. You know what I mean? People think, a lot of people say it's gonna be easy and all that. Nah. Teofimo can punch and he can box. And like I said, he's real athletic. So, what I mean? That'll make it a little difficult right there, you know what I mean?
I see a lot of people going back and forth with it. Some people think Teo got the advantage because of the weight and that he's athletic and explosive. Some people say Shakur is the better boxer.
Yes.
Right? How you see that fight ending?
Well, they saying, you know, they got the weight and all that. I see Shakur box big guys, light heavyweights and all that stuff. Just like Moose, you know, big box heavyweights and put the heavyweights down. You know what I mean? I think that's the right move for him. You know what I mean? Get up, and I think he can really do good at that weight.
This isn't a stoppage.
I'm looking at a decision, not a stoppage. But then all according how Teo come in. If Teo come at him, you know, he gonna run into some shots. It might be over. You know what I mean?
Now, you always tell me it's the shot that you don't see coming.
That's it.
That's that power is speed.
Right.
So, could it be a situation where people underestimate Shakur's punching power?
Yeah. I think Shakur can punch. You know what I mean? I think he can punch. It's just like I said, speed is power. You know, them guys, you know, muscle-bound guys come in and you talking about, oh, he can punch and all that. Like I just got finished saying, like you just got finished saying, matter of fact, the punch that you don't see knocks him out. And they always say, man, I didn't see that punch coming. That's the one you worry about. I mean, then you got to look at this. Shakur, he got speed. He a technician.
Roy Jones Jr. offers a thoughtful perspective on the differences between old-school fighters and the modern generation, focusing on how respect, conduct, and character defined his era. For Jones, boxing was never solely about athletic ability, skill, or collecting wins. It was a deeper test of discipline, manhood, and personal honor. Fighters were expected to carry themselves with dignity, showing respect toward opponents, trainers, and the sport itself, while still projecting confidence and ensuring their toughness and ability were never questioned. Jones explains that old-school fighters balanced discipline, strategy, and skill with responsibility, understanding that reputation mattered just as much as in-ring performance. True champions, in his view, defended themselves with confidence while maintaining respect for others. In contrast, modern boxing often prioritizes hype, entertainment, and media attention, sometimes at the cost of these foundational values. Despite the evolution of the sport, Jones stresses that honor, accountability, and standing firm in one's principles remain essential. Ultimately, he believes a fighter's legacy is measured not only by victories, but by character, respect, and integrity both inside and outside the ring.
Announced the fight. I don't understand the press conference. Shakur Stevenson looked confused about the press conference. Teofimo Lopez is known for saying outlandish things, but I've noticed over the last couple years, he's making less and less sense when he speaks. Like, the types of things that he's saying at the press conference are just unnecessary. The things that he's saying and the way he's saying it, I don't know if it's nervous energy. I don't know if he's just trying to get a rise out of these cameras and people online so they can talk about him. I really don't know what it is, but I don't understand why guys do things like that. What does that have to do with the fight? What does that have to do with boxing? The only thing you might accomplish out of that is making Shakur Stevenson mad, and he try to make you pay for that come fight night on January 31st. I don't get that kind of stuff. See, we'll look at stuff like that and we'll laugh at it in the sport of boxing, and we won't say that that's affecting boxing or hurting boxing. We'll just say that's just the way fighters are. But we'll get mad at a Jake Paul and we'll say that he's ruining boxing because you don't like Jake Paul or the things that he says or the fact that he's making money in a space that he didn't grow up in. To me, these are the kind of things. Press conferences like that, when you got Teofimo Lopez saying some of the things that he said, that's the kind of stuff that give boxing and fighters a black eye. That's why when we walk in a room and people know that you fought for a living or you currently fight for a living, they expect a certain type of thing. They look at you a certain type of way, and you almost gotta prove that you're not that to be able to get some respect when you're speaking to people, because they don't expect us to be people who are sensible, people that can articulate their words, people that can be sensible about how they go about their everyday life. So I personally, listen, everybody goes about this fight thing, this competition thing different. I'm not saying nobody has to be like me, got to be like you or anybody else. Be yourself, but that kind of stuff, to me, I don't really see a place for it in the sport of boxing. It don't make sense. It got everybody scratching their head, and your opponent who came there to talk to you about this fight, he wants to hear what you got to say about what you gonna do to him and vice versa. But you got an opponent in Shakur Stevenson who's confused now. He literally was looking around like the look that Shakur Stevenson had on his face was, I did not come here for this. And I think he even said, I really don't know what to say about it. That don't make for a good press conference to me.
Yeah, I know. But see, this is what I try to tell you about. I know y'all don't hear me a lot of time when I say it. There's old school and there's new school. Old school has something like that been said, they would not have allowed us to be able to come face to face. Because you don't say it to me and think I ain't gonna try to tear your head off as soon as I get close to you.
Well, you're not gonna wait till a fight night. You're gonna get it in that day.
Because some things are too because sometimes you go a little bit beyond respect. That's disrespectful. If you disrespect me on any level, we fighting then. Now I'm gonna try to hold it together but if you disrespect me, which is what he just did, I'm not gonna ask him about what he's talking about. When I get close enough, I'm finna show him what I ain't talking about. You understand where I'm coming from? So there's a difference. That's why I say you gotta know the difference from the old school and the new school. Had he said that in my day, they could not. I would tell him, listen, whatever y'all do, don't let me get close to it.
Chris Algieri highlights the critical importance of elite fighters willingly facing one another, even when the risks are extremely high. For him, boxing is not about avoiding danger, protecting an undefeated record, or chasing easy wins. It is about pushing limits, embracing challenges, and proving true skill under pressure. Competing against top-level opposition forces fighters to grow in every area of their craft, from technical execution and strategy to mental toughness, patience, and physical conditioning. These high-stakes contests reveal a fighter's true capabilities, separating the good from the truly exceptional. While avoiding tough opponents may preserve a clean record temporarily, it does little to establish legitimacy, respect, or a lasting legacy. True champions are defined by courage, resilience, and a willingness to test themselves against the best, learning valuable lessons in both victory and defeat. For Algieri, the heart of boxing lives in these matchups, where determination, skill, and strategy collide at the highest level, creating moments that shape careers and elevate the sport itself.
Guys take the risk, and let's be okay with fighters having losses. How about that? Guys can have losses and still be at the top of the game. Why not? So this is a really important fight, I think, for the health of the sport. You have gone on record several times saying it's not going to be the best fight or, burning, raging fight, whatever. I think it's going to be an awesome fight because of the level. And it's one of those fights you're just like on the edge of your seat because it's so tight. Are they going to throw a million punches? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I think the level is going to be so high, it's going to overshadow that they're not that busy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, you don't have to. You follow the sport, it's not going to be like some type of shootout. But it's very important. I did say that numerous times. This is a very important fight. Shakur wins. I think he belongs in the top.
Shane mostly emphasizes that the outcome of any major fight ultimately depends on the styles each fighter brings into the ring on fight night. According to Mosley, attributes such as power, speed, patience, timing, and adaptability carry far more weight than pre-fight hype or media narratives. A fighter's ability to read their opponent, make mid-fight adjustments, and capitalize on small openings often determines the result more than reputation or popularity. His perspective serves as a reminder that boxing is not about who talks louder or enters with bigger expectations. It is a highly technical and strategic sport where split-second decisions can shift the momentum of an entire bout. Preparation, discipline, and mental resilience are just as vital as physical ability. Underestimating an opponent or relying too heavily on hype can prove costly. In Mosley's view, true greatness in boxing is defined by execution and adaptability inside the ring, round by round, not by predictions made outside of it.
Shakur Stevenson is going to get slower moving up in weight or not, where Teofimo can hit him. Maybe he was really fast at 130, 26-30, maybe 35, but 40, you put on a little bit more weight. Shakur Stevenson has a very strong style where he can sit back and pot shot you and box and stuff like that, where Teofimo can also box and is very athletic and can get from side to side and can make things difficult for you as well. So what style is going to impose on the other is what we want to see.
So which style will impose? Is it something where like the first rounds really will dictate, or?
I think you're going to need a couple of rounds, but the first round is going to be very interesting. Maybe you see some tails, but I think maybe 2 or 3 you're going to start seeing one leave the other. Because I don't think that, well, maybe, I mean, Shakur might show some different, if he has to go after Teofimo, he might show some different type of heart that we haven't seen, or different type of fighting we haven't seen, and vice versa. You know, whereas Teofimo's hitting him with different shots off the angle, that is kind of giving, you know, Shakur Stevenson trouble. We'll see about that.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more.